Hi everybody, I'm Casey Chisholm Miller, owner and artist at Yaya Made Galveston, and today I have a new craft for you. It's one you've probably done in the past, but I've got a new twist on it to make it super fast. So, what is it, she says? It's a drawstring bag, which you could use as a gift bag. And look at the pretty shape. And this is going to take you minutes, just minutes to make. And the secret and the reason why is because it's made out of t-shirt sleeves. And that's what's going to make it so fast. Number one, it's a knit material that doesn't fray, so you can sew the raw edges and everything will be perfect. And it's already got a casing. The sleeve hem is going to be your casing, so you don't have to make a casing and leave the edges open or make a buttonhole. You're not going to have to do all of that. It's already there for you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. And I'm going to show you two different ways, how to do it on a serger and how to do it on the regular sewing machine. So first we're going to take, we've got two sleeves, two t-shirt sleeves. And I've cut the sleeves out of the shirt, but it still has the seam, the shoulder seam. And so I'm going to take that shoulder seam off. Let me turn you around so you can see what we're doing. And I'm just going to cut that shoulder seam off as close to the seam as possible. And let me show you what that looks like. There's the seam, and I'm cutting it right next to the seam, just as close as possible. So I'm going to do that I'm going to do one, and then I'll show you on one we've already. I won't make you sit while I cut two of them. So this is probably the slowest part of the process. Okay, we've cut it off, and so we just have the raw edge. And since it's t-shirt, a knit fabric, it's not going to fray or anything. So, and then you'll do that to the other one. Now, we have our two t-shirt sleeves, and I just put them on the work table, and they're not going to be exactly the same. So I just trim the edges, and trim these edges so they'd match. You're going to find unevenness, so just trim them so they match. And then we're going to do it first on the sewing machine, and then we're going to do it on the serger. So let's go to the sewing machine first. Let me get you over here so you can see what's going on. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Now you can see. And so I am going to start at the base of the sleeve hem. I don't want to sew over the sleeve hem because that's our casing. So we're going to start at the base of the sleeve hem. And I'm just going to sew close to the edge. My foot is right along the edge. And of course we're going to backstitch. I say that every time. Okay. We're going to do the same on the other side. Just flip it over so you can start next to the hem again. Pardon me. There we go. Back stitch. Now, I do it in 3 separate stitches. I don't sew all the way around because I get less shifting of my fabric that way. It's a knit and you're using a sewing machine, and sometimes the fabric, the top fabric will shift in a different manner and bunch up. So I just do it in 3 shots. So now I'm sewing the bottom, the curved part that was where the sleeve was attached to the shirt. I'm just sewing around that curve. And it did really well. I didn't have a lot of shifting. So that's how you do it on the sewing machine. Simple, simple, simple. Now we're going to do it on the serger. And there's just a little trick that we're going to use. So you can use the serger and get your starting point at the sleeve hem each and every time. So I happen to have another one all ready to go. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me get you situated. So you can see. Whoops. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to raise the needles to the highest point. Then we're going to lift the presser foot and we're going to pull the fabric off of those stitch teeth. So those stitch teeth are completely empty now. I'm going to put my sleeve here underneath the needles where I want it to start. And I'm keeping it to the left of the knife. I don't want the knife to cut it. I don't want it that far over. So you want to put it so your needle, lower your needle a little bit so you're sure that's where you want to start. And your fabric is not touching the knife. And then lower the presser foot and go. Now after you take a couple of stitches, you can go ahead and let the fabric barely touch the knife because you don't want to lose any of that width. So if the fabric touches the knife now, it's not going to be a problem. And here's what it looks like. The stitches start right there at the bottom of the sleeve hem. Now we're going to do that again so you can see what we did. I am raising the needles to the highest point. I'm lifting the presser foot and pulling the threads off of the stitch teeth. That's what I call them. They may be another name. whatever your sewing manual, your serger manual says they are. So I'm putting my fabric, my sleeve, so that my needles will hit just below the hem, and so the edge is not touching the knife. Lower the presser foot and sew. Serge. Okay, and you did it again. Now we're going to just sew the bottom, which is part of the sleeve that was attached to the shirt. So now we're just going to sew the bottom shut. So there we got it. There's the bottom. Let's go back over to the work table and we'll review what we did and then finish up. Okay, here's my stitching. It's just below the hem on both sides. Now on this one, when I was sewing it, my fabric had shifted a little bit. So I may not have had it trimmed properly, but I just used the serger to even things out. And so we serged all the way around. On the one that we did on the sewing machine, we did the same thing. We started sewing just below the hem to the bottom on both sides. And then we did the bottom. We sewed all across the bottom. Super, super fast. Now we're going to turn it right side out. This is a big one. This was a bigger shirt. So now you're going to put your drawstring in. And as you can see, since we didn't sew through the hem, we have a little channel there. The bottom of the hem is the channel we're going to use. And I've got mine already cut. What you want to do is have your item on the table. Let me lower this. Okay, we have our drawstring bag on the table, and I'm going to take, I want my string, my ribbon or whatever I'm going to use to be at least twice the width of that, plus some extra. And you're going to need 2 of them. So I'm going to do it with the bigger one because I want to see what the bigger one looks like. So I have a little bit less, but that's okay. This is the extra that I have on each side. Now I'm going to use my nifty difty drawstring threader. This is by Dritz. This is one of my favorite tools. And you just, it has these little holes, and you thread your ribbon or string or whatever you're going to use. Twine. Through there, and then you're going to feed it through that chamber that's there. That's part of the hem. And it's going to go all the way through to the other end and then through the other side. There it goes. Just have to hold your mouth just right. And then let it come out the other side. Hold on to this end. I usually, where's my pins? For safety's sake, I'm going to pin this end so when I tug on the other end, it won't go inside. Ha ha ha. I pinned the wrong end. Oh my God, you're so funny. What did I do? Oh no, I didn't. It's still in there. Okay, Casey, wake up. Oh, I thought I'd lost it. Well, I've evidently lost it, but in a whole different way. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, I got both of them there, and I'm going to tie them together. And they are secure. Let me unpin. Okay, there we go. So there's our first one. Then we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to put the drawstring in, start it and end it in the other side. And y'all have probably done this before. Okay, let's see if I can do this without being a crazy person again. All right. Sticking it through the chamber and coming out the other side and then going back in. I'm not letting go of it this time, so I won't forget what I'm doing. Oh, crazy lady. All right, here we go. Okay, let me undo you. And I've tied this side. And so now, okay, that's what it looks like. And then we're going to draw this up and look at how pretty the shape is. Kind of like half a heart there. It's so cute. And that is a sleeve, made from a sleeve, 2 sleeves, t-shirt sleeves. And you're all done. It's complete. You're finished. And in record time. And I really like the shape of it. It just is really pretty. So, if you have those t-shirts that you're going to take the sleeves off of because it's a hot summertime, now you have something to do with them. And if you want to make several, then go to your local thrift shop and go to their bargain rack where they have 50% off or more if you want to make more. And then you can make other things with the rest of the t-shirt. And there we go. And that's it. That is it. That was very fast and very cute. And you can use them for, you could make some for Halloween for your special little ghouls and goblins and fill them with treats. Or you can use them for gift bags, party favor bags. They're so fast to make that you can use them for any number of things. And they're pretty. So that is it for today. That was super fast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can use it. Thank you very much. Be safe and like and share and comment on this video. Follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. They're both under Yaya Made Galveston. Please check out my Etsy shop. I put 4 new bags in my shop this weekend. So we have 4 new bags. One's a tote and 3 handbags. And a couple of them are real different than things that I've made before lately. And I think you'll like them. So check it out. That's yayamade.etsy.com. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, week, weekend, and stay safe. We'll see you next week. Bye.